everybody, welcome to this week's Weekly Roundup. We've had so much exciting stuff happening at the city this week. I'm so cold to the bone from being at the groundbreaking for our new fire station. So just an incredible milestone for the city today as we begin this project that will take about a year or so until we are in the new station. The station project, you'll start to see some equipment moving today or even this weekend, and then work will begin on Monday. So I know people will be interested in checking it out as it progresses. Please just make sure that you're safe while doing so. There's obviously going to be a fenced-in area for the construction site. So if you have any questions or concerns, as always, please reach out. But just a really exciting morning to kick off this big project for the fire department. Also for the fire department, with exciting news, was last night we swore in our new fire chief. Just super grateful for the amount of support we had from the community. There was easily a couple hundred people in our apparatus bay just welcoming in our new chief. And we're grateful to have her and grateful for her family and her support system that will undoubtedly be important to her as she navigates leading one of the larger fire departments in the state of Wisconsin. So welcome to our new chief, and thank you for everyone that joined us. Also this week, we had the public information meeting, which is something the state DOT runs for the Main Street Bridge. And what we now and very officially have been saying for the last week or so is the Main Street Bridge is indeed happening. So that project will begin, I believe it's April 29th. They'll begin, and then there'll be a quieter phase where they have to submit some information for approval to different state agencies, and then work will continue. We met with the company doing the work, which is Zenith Tech. We met with the on-site kind of construction managers and the team from DOT. We did that public information meeting with anyone could come, but a lot of obviously downtown businesses did. There will always be someone on site. So if you ever have a need, you can obviously call the city and we'll connect you to their on-site construction manager. But this is a state-run project. So we are certainly involved, but the work and the contractors and all of that is through the state DOT. I've said a million times, but I'm going to say it one last time. So many people have worked very, very hard to get us to this point. I'm fully aware that it's going to be a little bit up and down, as any construction project is, but obviously I know, and I think all of our downtown business and building owners know, that in the long run, we are going to be in a better place because of this project. So the work will begin at the end of the month, and then it will be hopefully complete before winter. There may be a small chance they have to come back and do pavement marking if the temperature gets too cold too quick, or a certain type of asphalt surfacing, again, if the temperature gets too cold. But all in all, the bridge should be back open for winter. So exciting day for the city. We have been working at the senior center as well, and considering the events that happened earlier this week, a lot more people are curious what's happening at the senior center because they saw the project happening there. So there were some retaining walls in the back of the senior center, kind of along the river, that were failing, and we had really substantial drainage issues. We have been able to work through that project with a lot of our city team doing a lot of the work, and then also a construction company doing some of the work. That project should finish up this weekend. So a good one to get under our belts and completed at the beginning of this construction season. Speaking of construction, so road work, major road work, so 12th, 11th, Oconomowoc Avenue, those roads is not going to begin until early June. So what we are doing is we are working on a lot of our maintenance and stormwater needs, some of our facility needs, which I just shared with the senior center. We are, though, working on some roads, whether it's patching or pothole filling, or I think we're on South 12th Street. We're working on some swales that have temporary closures of a lane of traffic. So please just be mindful that our street crews are out in the community, in the roadway, and please slow down when you see them. There has been a lot of progress this week at Riverside Park on two projects. So last year, you'll remember, we started work on the footbridges and some of the stone work at Riverside Park. There was a couple of components that needed to be completed yet this year. The most obvious one is kind of the outlook area by the bathrooms in Chamberlain. So as we start to get into the parks, please just stay clear of that area, and we'll allow our wonderful contractor to finish up that work. And then obviously the bathrooms. So the Riverside bathroom project is well underway. We've had a local excavating company out there doing some excavation work. But we also have had some utility work. So I just wanted to remind the public that for this period of time while we're working on this project, probably not the whole project, but for a period of time anyway. We will not have light at Riverside Park. So the park is closed from dusk till dawn. So just a reminder, we do have signage out there as well. On the park front, we are now 1 month away from our first birthday for the Benson Family Town Square. And our program coordinator has planned, and her partners have planned a tremendous day to celebrate our 1-year anniversary of the opening of the square. There is food, music, an 80s band is coming at night and in the evening, bounce houses, face painting, balloon twisters, chair massages, an incredible list of food and cotton candy. I mean, if the weather's great, this should be an incredible day. So please pencil that in or mark the event that you're going or interested so you get all the updates. On the park front, we were working this week to get all of our stuff up and running at our parks. The bathrooms are open, which I know a lot of people, I've probably been asked about the bathrooms like a handful of times this week alone. The bathrooms are open at our local parks. We got a lot of like the swings and all that kind of stuff back up, but because of the high winds and the rain, our shade structures and our piers did not get in this week. So as soon as the weather allows, we'll get that piece going. I did want to also make mention that we will be hosting Thursday night farmers markets at the square once a month starting in June. And it's not just a market, there's also going to be music and food, local artisans. So please just watch the Benson Family Town Square Facebook page for those dates and get those into your calendar. Next week, our Finance Committee will be hearing a follow-up presentation from the Greater Watertown Community Health Foundation on the housing development that they have planned on the south side of the city. So if you're interested in that, we will have a lot of discussion in open session. We will have a little bit in closed session as well. But please join us either virtual or in person Monday at 5:30. Tomorrow, I think is the 20th. Tomorrow, Jefferson County is holding an electronics and recycling event in Jefferson. This is from 8 to 11 a.m. for electronics. Some things are free, some things aren't. We've posted the link for you on our Facebook page, so give that a look if you're in need of the electronics recycling event. This week, we are finishing up today on Friday, Telecommunicators Week, which is our dispatchers. And our dispatchers just do a tremendous job of being that first person to answer the call and aid in response and kind of the sequencing that happens in these emergency events. So if you know a dispatcher, or if you don't, you can always just send a nice message or card or call or just a thank you when you see them. They are a group of people that a lot of people don't see because of where they work. But they just provide a tremendously important service. So thank you to our dispatchers and everyone that supports them. On the job front, we have a few positions in engineering. So we're still looking for an assistant city engineer or a civil engineer, so one or the other. And we do have our internships open for the summer season, both for high school and college interns. We are looking part-time for both a bilingual communications person in health and library pages. And then we're also still looking for a day camp director. And you guys, this is an important one. A lot of people use Rock River Day Camp for their summer childcare needs. And it's a really cool position. You know, they meet at Riverside Park and then they go on a bunch of field trips, but we need someone that can run the program. So we're looking for a day camp director and day camp counselors. And then we're also still in need of some swim instructors and lifeguards. So I feel like me begging for lifeguards is just something I do every year. So really important jobs that our residents and visitors are very accustomed to having these amenities, but we need people to serve in these ways. So on the weekend, so tomorrow at Watertown High School from 9 to 12 is the Community Children's Day or Children's Day Community Fair. So it's an opportunity to engage with your kids. There's always fun events. The PD will be there, the district will be there, child care providers. So that is from 9 to 12, and it's just a good opportunity to explore and then do kind of engaging activities that are sponsored by those educational entities. Admission is free, and normally there's snacks, from what I've been told. Watertown Players is starting a new play, so that's always an option for you as well. And the weather should be okay. I think it gets warmer as the weekend progresses, but always a good chance to hit up the disc golf course or the Interurban Trail. There is a new book on the Storybook Trail, and it's called The Thing About Spring. So we're ushering in spring on the Storybook Trail as well. That's all that I have for this week. Have a good weekend. We'll see you next week.